I want to take a moment and address why Democrats should be voting for Donald Trump today or tomorrow. I understand people on the right like to call themselves patriots, and people on the left like to think of themselves as Mother Teresa, champions of the poor. Well, let's talk about that. Donald Trump becomes president, and hopefully he will, and hopefully you'll get out there and support him today or tomorrow. He's going to get RFK out there to go through the foods that we eat that are poisoning us and our children. Americans are living 10 years, have a 10 years shorter lifespan than people in Europe. For good reason, the garbage we're putting in our bodies. And Kamala and Biden have done nothing about it. RFK is going to be in charge of that and couldn't be happier. That's fact number one. Fact number two is take a look at what happened to Peanut yesterday. How in a left-wing state like New York, they had nothing better to do than go ahead and confiscate that poor little squirrel that had served as a source of so much joy and laughter for people, and especially children around the world. That's what the left does. It is nothing but an authoritarian and corrupt political party. And take this to the bank. The Democratic Party only stands for two things: taking your money and your rights away from you and giving it to their totally corrupt leadership. Thirdly, this is the second election in a row, some would say third election, where the Democratic Party voters don't determine who their nominee is. The Democratic Party bosses and oligarchs do, and actors, and their professional politicians and political class overrule 14 million voters and get to go ahead and put in whoever they want. What a third world political party. That needs to come to an end. The worst thing that could happen to you as a Democrat is that they could win and they could be proven that it's okay to go ahead and overrule the voters anytime they want. Just like they did with Bernie Sanders last election, and just like they took out Joe Biden, who earned 14 million votes right at the end of the primary season, right before the convention. They knew what was going on, but they wanted to go ahead and put in whoever they wanted, the oligarchs at the Democratic Party, that is, the Learjet leftists. They have nothing in common with you and me, and obviously can't stand any kind of democratic process, because there's no way Kamala Harris would have won an open primary. Let's keep going on. And I think maybe one of the most important things is you've been lied to by our totally corrupt media about Donald Trump. I'm going to go ahead and take a couple examples here for you. When he said there were very fine people at Charlotte, he was talking about people on both sides of the debate over the Confederate statues, not about the Nazis, and that some of them were fine people. It was a lie. When he called his troops suckers and losers, that was another lie. January 6th, I'm sure you've heard about that and was told that was an insurrection. Yeah, 5 people died, but they were told to go there by Trump and to protest peacefully. And please explain how 6 guys with handguns somehow is an insurrection. 6 guys with handguns is barely an organized bank robbery. If it was an insurrection, where was their heavy weaponry? Where was their troop reinforcements? Where was their cache of weapons and air support? Nowhere. It was a joke. It was a joke of a riot or insurrection. But the Democrats have run with it because Republicans didn't bother to counteract it right away. Now let's talk about those 34 felonies that Trump was convicted of. Can you name anyone else in American history ever convicted of the same ridiculous charges as Donald Trump? All by Kamala and Biden's totally corrupt Justice Department. Again, anything to get Trump out of the way so the Democrats could do what they want. Their leadership only cares about one thing: taking your rights and my rights away from us and giving them to their totally corrupt leadership, the Learjet leftists. I hope this helps you out and helps you make a good decision. And please, go out and vote for Donald Trump today or tomorrow. You won't be sorry.